Hey everyone, and welcome to RazorsEdgeGames.org. I am looking at Foundation. This is from Polymorph Games. So it's a funny story, and I'll get into the game, but how I got involved. So I was having a conversation with another developer, and they're like, well, this is a good Kickstarter. And it was 75% funded. And I thought, that's a really good looking game. So I went ahead and I backed it. I was backer 113. And within a day, it was funded. So I remember that it went through 3 rounds of actual backing cycles. So I mean, it just crazy how this game grew and got started. So remember, this is early access, due for a fourth quarter release. So I know it's really early to hype up a game, but I want to do a video of just what's in the game now. I'm not the first, and I won't be the last. Right now, these are your little civilians, your villagers, and I'm going to be quiet. I want you to hear the ambience. You hear that? I mean, as you pass through trees, you can actually hear just different sounds. It's really cool. I mean, the sound effects in this game, the ambience is really good. A little bit of fuzziness when you zoom in on a character, I'm not sure, but I love their little eyes. Alright, so first thing you do is you build the city center, and that's what we just did. We'll go over all the features. Here's our money. And these are our resources, tools, all the things that are essential. Berries for food. So we've placed the village center down. And the first thing we do is we have a quest to reach 500 gold or silver or whatever the money is measured. So there's some key things that they're going to need. And it's really, this game could not be any easier. So the first thing I did, I paused, and you go to the little paintbrush, and you can build out extraction, residential, and then forbidden. And that's basically where you don't want them to wander. So extraction's going to be like stone, and you just literally paint. I'm going to paint all the trees. And then all the berries. And all the little trees around here. Now, you can actually, you left click to paint and right click will unpaint. Okay, so we've got our extraction areas. The second thing that's going to and this is all relative to their happiness. See the little smiley face right there? And if you look at it, eventually it's going to tell me why they're happy or why they're not happy, even worse. So we're going to lay out the residential area, because this is how we make money. Well, one of the ways. And they're going to want to build houses when they come in. The other thing they're gonna want is water. So we'll lay down a well. You need a stonecutter's camp. Alright, so we got that. We're gonna need a market. And put that down. And we're gonna need a gathering camp. And I put that close to the berries. And then you're going to need a woodcutter. And I always just kind of drop that somewhere right about in here. Alright, then the next thing is to assign roles. So, if I click on each one of them, and there's several ways to do this. You can either pop up the population window. Where is that at? I lost it. Let's see here. There we go. Villagers list. That's probably the easiest way. And we're going to go ahead and assign them jobs. So in order to do that, if you see, each one will say, so traits are coming, but you'll see a flashing thing, like a little display on what that person is doing. Now we're going to assign this person as a woodcutter, and it does show up here. We're going to put a gatherer. Actually, we're going to have 2 gatherers. And you see there on things that are negative right now are in red. We're going to need a builder. Whoop, we just changed our gatherer. I didn't want to do that. Do a stone cutter. We're going to need somebody to tend the market. Do another builder. I don't know if that works yet or not. We'll find out because it'll flash at me. So I'll show you when what I'm talking about. And I believe we need a carpenter, but I'm not sure. So again, all right, we'll unpause. And that's just by clicking this speed. All right, you'll see these guys take off. But now if I click on them, can't find a place to work. Well, that's because there's no gatherer built. So that's okay. What's this person doing? Okay, I think we're fine with what we got set up. So we got builders building. And they're wanting to build houses. What's our woodcutter doing? Alright. Probably should have 2 builders. Let's see. I'm going to change that person to a builder. There they go. And you can pan the camera 360 degrees just by holding the middle mouse button down. You can scroll all the way out or all the way in. All right, right now we're losing money. That will change soon. All right, you can see them carrying the material. Everything has an upkeep cost, so keep that in mind as well when you're throwing buildings down. Alright, and we're knocking out accomplishments. Now things are going to start unlocking as we successfully build more buildings. Now, while they're doing all that, I'm going to show you some of the other things. There's also a territory boundary marker. You can click on display zones so you can see our gathering, our residential. There's also a quest list, which we can toggle on and off. And then there's a help button. Okay, so we got another quest to establish a trade route. Now that's done over here on... Okay, this shows you, this button right here shows you territories. You can buy additional territories. Alright, and these boxes are removable. So we got 2 more residents. Everybody's happy, but it is dropping. Alright, trade routes is a little button over here called trade routes, and you can see what's required to unlock them. So these, to unlock this needs 20 food, to unlock this needs 20, I can't tell what that little icon is, but we'll find out. But yeah, backer 113, and I got my key last. It's all fun. I'm just glad I finally got a copy. Alright, their happiness is dropping, so let's hover over. Now you can see lack of water. And I think that's because we don't have a gatherer or extraction around the water. Oh, stop it. Let's see if that doesn't go back up. There we go. And our profits are starting to increase. Alright, water starting to slowly come back down. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay. Let's get out of that zone mode. So once we hit the 500 mark and we make a decent amount of money, we can start to buy and expand tiles around us. Let's see. Aha! That's what they wanted. So the sawmill. Now I'm not going to build any more buildings until we hit our 500. Once we hit 500, we'll build a sawmill, which will produce lumber, which we need for our trade route. And then hopefully we'll get farming unlocked. Now another thing to cover, it does do an auto save. Now I don't know from patch to patch if these saves are going to be good or not. I mean, it is an alpha. I don't expect them to be. And that kind of makes it hard to do a series, but we can show you as much as possible. So the well's completed. Housing's coming down. Lacking water is, I believe, still coming down. I got 2 more people, so I put one as a gatherer and one as a woodcutter. And I can tell already we need storage. Alright, as long as our berry count stays up. Our builders probably, oh, they're going to be building houses. Alright, so we'll leave that alone. We have 2 wood in stock and 2 woodcutters. 34 berries. Everything looks pretty good. The stone's coming up. All that's required for building these houses. Somebody's just standing here. What are they waiting for? They're a transporter. Alright. That might not be... We might not need that right now. Let's change you to... See, if you change it to something they can't do, you get that little flashing. Let's change you to a builder. Why don't you just go ahead and start building. Uh-oh. Why is our happiness going down? Water is coming down? I don't understand. Oh, it's coming back up. Something happened for a second there, just a blip. Two more villagers. Where? Everybody's here has got a job. Okay. Alright, we got another house. Desirability low. Where do they want to live? Let's see. Okay, so if I click on residential, they want to live over here. They don't want to live over there. So why don't we do this? Go to our little paintbrush. Let's put some residential areas in here. Boy, that dropped our gold. Boy, look at them. They're flying over here to build houses. These people are like, we're out of here. New buildings unlocked. All right, let's see what we got. We have the Manor Lord. Let's see, what's that do? I can't start construction, so it's unlocked, but I can't build it. Oh, there they are. Alright, so let's make you a another builder. And let's see. How about another gatherer? So that's of average desirability. So we got high income housing, and then we got the poor, the ghetto residential area over here. Nobody's moving. Okay, just toying around a little bit with this Lord Manor. It looks like you actually lay it out. So here's the various pieces. Alright. Little fountain. Let's see. Treasury. It kind of just snaps right in. Gotta have a door. Chimney. Decorative tree. Alright. Off you go. Watching our numbers here. Uh-oh, somebody's upgrading a house. Alright, we got 2 new ones. They seem to pop up later. I'm gonna close that. So here's a sawmill. Let's get what we need for that trade route. Now, of course, we're losing money. Let's see here. Well, there's fertility. Wow, it's expensive. So it's 500 a tile, and we're at a negative. We're going in the black, or in the red. Okay, so I was running out of room for housing, so I went ahead and opened another tile. And I've marked a lot of it residential through here, and I'll do some gathering. You can only have so many woodcutters per woodcutting station, so I had to build another one of those. Because I actually clicked on them and they're like, there was no place to work. So, and you do see they gain levels as long as they stay in that profession. Another thing I want to show you is there's a budget menu. So you can actually see where your revenue is coming in and your expenses. Hopefully you can see that on the screen. It's kind of small. But our totals are going down. Well, they're kind of bouncing back and forth. But our happiness is going up. That's all I care. But we will need money. I think this is what's breaking the bank. Once this gets completed and we get the sawmill up and the trade route running back and forth, that's going to open up some new things for us. And I wish there was a way to control the villagers. There may be. I haven't found it yet. But I'd like to be able to say, we're not taking any more people on. So I was wrong. It's 3 per camp for the gatherers. You can actually click on the camp. And it's 3 workers for the woodcutter. And then stone. Is that stone? Okay, so I can have 5. So it just said I had 2 more villagers. As soon as they pop up, we're going to get stone. As you can see, where you have 0. Everybody's kind of loitering around these various places because they don't have any stone. So here's a nice horizontal shot just to lay it down level. Just some of the nice graphics as they continue to work. I do have 2 more stone cutters, and now things are progressing again, and we are in the green. And we have reached, so far, we're trying to get a weekly profit of 500. And they're still working on the manor. So we're almost there. And that will unlock. We should be able to then build a church, a farm, a windmill, bakery, and market bread. So those are all showing up, but they're still grayed out. Oh, we got 2 more people. What do we need? Let's see, we can do 1 more stone cutter. I believe. Let's go look. Oh. 405. Can I make him 1 too? There we go. And our happiness is 100. I did put some extraction down here to get some of these trees out of the way. And down in here, as you can see, they've destroyed all the trees here. Let's see how, if we go to residential, yeah, no one wants to live there. Fertility. Okay, that would be a good place for farming once we have that unlocked. But we'll save that. Now we're getting a surplus of stone. Keeping an eye on our food, make sure that stays relatively high enough, and it's still increasing. And our wood pile. We're doing okay. Of course, this is now getting further and further away from actual wood sources. We have to keep an eye on that. I believe I can bulldoze those. Yeah, I can. So as they start to decrease in productivity, we just blow them away and build them out closer to the wood. Okay, so we just picked up a new quest and 2 new villagers. We can build the Lord Manor. We've already actually started. And our sawmill's done. So as soon as they show up in the list, we can have 2 workers on the sawmill. Where are you at? Okay, we just unlocked quite a bit. Once the manor was complete, or somewhat, we can now build a farm, a church. We've got a quest to build a church. That'll give us probably piety. Let's do the farm. Need some flat area here. Well, the church is the same way. It's a church core. Oh, wow. You can see this path. No churches without a cross. Where'd that just go? Oh, that's cool. You can change the colors too. The door on there. And now we've got our church under construction. Now for the trade route, we need 20 planks or 20 bread for this one. Oh, 3 more buildings. Alright, sheep farm, weaver's hut, and road signs. Alright, we got some people here with no jobs. What do we do with them? Our wood production's faltering up there. We need to build another one down here. Put that there. Oh, now they can't find bread. Great. Oh, you need a whole lot for that. We need a windmill and a bakery. And we're gonna need tools. So I need that trade route. Oh, they're using my my planks for the church. Oh, wonderful. What's holding this up? The builder. Let's make them builders. Eventually, we're going to have a housing issue. Now, you can force them not to upgrade houses. That's what's causing them to need bread. So it's like the more the house is upgraded, the more the demand. So our global happiness is still 100, but as they upgrade houses and require bread, the global happiness is going to drop. So we're watching the base. So I don't think anybody's going to start bailing on us. And which is what happened in the first game. I started completely opposite of this, and people just started leaving me. I didn't have a well. I had no water. I wasn't paying any attention up here. We have 4 seraphs and 18 newcomers. Let's go see if we got these new people here yet. Nope. There they are. I'm gonna do... Let's see. for right now. Making those builders. Because we got a lot of stuff going on. We got a church being built. We got a manor. We need houses. And we got a farm to build, then a mill. Maybe drop another sawmill in here so we can get some more planks. Got another forester to be built here. Or woodcutter. Heck, we got a woodcutter construction site right there. So we might be overextended a little bit as far as construction goes. But we're faring. Nobody died yet. I consider a win when no one dies. So we completed our quest of 500 for a weekly profit. Look at this dude. He's gonna. They got bathtubs. That's awesome. I don't know what this person's doing. Oh, there they go. A lot of fun. I left the music on because it's very soothing. It's very appropriate for this game too. Look at that landscape. It's just really awesome. We're gonna need more land. Let's see. Oh, look at all that residential now. Wow. All right, well, let's paint some. And they can overlap, by the way. Collection, you can go right over top of that. What was that painter? Oh, God rest his heart. I used to watch him when I was a kid. Pretty trees. We're gonna paint some trees. We're gonna have a happy tree. Right there. Yeah, right there. Happy trees. Alright. We got our happy trees in. Plenty of builders. Oops, sorry about that. So our happy, ugly church that we built, we could have done a much better job, is complete. Look, the crosses over there. Oops. But you got bells. I love it. And I found another problem. We need tools. We don't have any tools. We need that trade route. So we have to wait until that gets... Oh, it's full now. So now we should get a surplus of those planks. And then we'll be able to start our trade route. So we're fine. I did finish a warehouse. We're accepting planks. We're accepting tools. But I believe you have to have the trade route set up before this actually works. So at least that's the way I understood it. So we'll see. So I disabled the authorizing upgrade, so hopefully that stops because they're actually using planks to upgrade the houses. So we don't want them to do that anymore, and hopefully get that number and bail ourselves out so we can get this trade route set up. Otherwise, we are dead in the water to get that open. Because I don't think anything else takes planks, and you can see that's full. But we need tools bad, because our lumber production, as you can see, has slightly dropped. I did buy another plot of land up here with more trees, but this needs tools. And they just keep springing houses up left and right, burning up lumber. Where are we at? Ugh. As fast as they're... Where are they going? Fast as they pipe them out, they're gone. I added another gatherer because I started seeing food drop, so I put that in there. I think we're gonna add one more. Well, problem here is you can only have 3. I don't really have any jobs that I can give people. Everything's full. All the work queues. So it's fun, trial and error. I wish I could turn that off. Just stop accepting villagers for now. Another house built. I want to know where these planks are being shipped out to. Well, I think I've actually covered more than I wanted to in one episode, but I mean, just a really cool game. Again, this is Foundation from Polymorph Games. This is just the first of probably more, I mean, definitely several episodes. Just kind of experimenting. Might even start over just because I know now you're set on a limited amount of tools and I overextended myself on a few things. Just learning the sequences of building things, you know, with any city builder, building them in an order to not run into situations like this. So it's a lot of fun. And who knows how far I can go just building out this whole city as they continue to add more and more content to the game. Just a wonderful game. So I want to say thanks to the other streamers, the streamers on my website from all the media channels. You guys do a great job. The coverage for Foundation has been excellent as well. Thanks to BU4U for getting my worker unstuck. I didn't know how to assign a job. So you know, her video helped me out. Everybody else that's covering this game, that's great. And all the indie games. Hey, look, that bell just rang by itself. But you guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you put this game on your wish list. I think, I have to double check, but I think you can still go through, I believe, PayPal if you go to the Kickstarter site and get early access to the key, to a key before the game launches to actually participate in the early alpha of this game. Don't quote me, but I think that's what I read. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you've never been to my channel and you like first looks at indie only, that's all I cover. Definitely hit subscribe. I appreciate the subs. And the developers getting their games shown. That's what this channel, that's what my website's all about. So thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Razor in the middle of my foundation. Take care.